thanks for watching my channel. I'm Ms.Thang, this is Pony, and Mom is over here, and Mommy's dancing. And today, we are making sourdough starter. Say hi. Say hi.
Okay, you need 3.5 cups of flour.
3.5.
The big one is a cup, so you need 3 of the big ones. We need to have baking lessons. Okay, you need to make sure it's nice and flat and straight. Use the edge of the handle where it's flat.
Why are you so happy?
Edge of the handle. Now put 3 of them in there.
Stop kicking me.
If you don't have enough, we have a bag of flour. Tip it if you need to tip it. Try not to put it out of the pan.
It was a perfect. Don't do it.
I can't. You were trying to fight.
This is what happens when you bake with lots of kids in the house. There's always noise.
Silence. You must not talk.
Good, put him down. Put him down.
He's happy.
He's mad that you put him down. He wants you to pick him up. He wants Lefty to pick him up.
I'll do it the other way, that way.
Hi.
As long as it's done.
Eat.
Okay. Sleigh bells ring.
Okay, are you putting the yeast in?
I think.
What are you doing?
Mama, I don't know.
Okay, you can put. Okay, we need a half now. 3.5.
Come on, why you won't scoop? That's not
If it's not going into it, grab a spoon out of the drawer and scoop it in.
As I will add.
Pour it in. Be very careful, otherwise
Next,
it'll.
we have to add.
Man, I don't want to try to do a goo.
Yeah.
Man was trying to do a goo on me.
It's hot.
Almost get Albert.
Cool.
It seals up. It looks like seeds.
Okay, but now we need 2 cups of warm water.
Right up there.
Okay, this is not warm yet. You have to let it run for a bit.
Okay. Yay, mine.
Okay, we need 2 cups. Of that top line. Make sure you hold it straight, otherwise you won't have an accurate.
No.
Okay, now don't put it in all at once, alright? It's fine. Okay, do not put it all in at once. Gradually beat in the water. So put a little bit in and then stir it up and then add a little bit more and stir it up. The warmth is the reaction of what's going on.
Jumbles.
Kitchen science.
Hey!
Okay, so this is the starter. We're going to store it for 2 to 4 days, probably closer to 4. And then we will go ahead and make sourdough.
I'm literally falling.
We will make the dough.
And we'll be back. we'll see you in 4 days probably. Bye.
Well, it's only been a few hours and look how much it's gone. It likes our pantry. I just wanted to do that because it grew a lot just in a few hours. It's awesome. So we did it right. Okay. We'll check back later.
4 eternities later. We're back.
So it's been a few days. We've let yeet the yeast sit and set. So now the next step is to actually get the dough going. So yeet the yeast is our starter. We are going to add warm water to yeet so that it's like pancake, thin pancake batter.
Look at the top of it.
It's already done.
So how much do we need that?
Well, it says just enough that it makes the consistency. So get a spoon. So here's our yeast.
You're pouring him.
Okay, it's pretty thin, so you may not have to add anything. So stir it up.
Ew, he smells gross.
Well, it's supposed to have a sour smell to it. So.
Yeah, it definitely smells.
Okay.
It's
It's sourdough, so it's supposed to... No, don't touch the
We don't need anything. This pancake batter already.
Okay, so it's good and thin?
Yep.
Okay, so use the 2 glass liquid measures since it's really thin.
This one?
Yep, little man is bumping the
And
camera.
I'll pour some in.
Bowl, okay, did you hear what...
She said both.
So, this one too.
Yes, because you need to measure out, no, just the big one, sorry, I misread. It's 1.5 cups. Now look on the big measure, there should be a mark that says 1.5 cups. It's a big one with a little half mark.
Big one. Oh, this one? Right here.
If it says 1.5, yes. Pour from the bucket into the measuring cup 1.5 cups.
Keep going. Keep going. There's a little more.
Now we have to replenish the starter, okay? So move your measuring cup out of the way so you do not knock it down, but do not pour it into the bowl yet.
Okay, so.
Okay, so now you're going to take your measuring cup and you're going to replenish the starter since we're going to do that first. So you need both of those. You need 1.5 cups of flour.
Which is. That's 1 cup. So
1.5.
So 1.5.
Right. For every 1.5 cups used, you need to put 1/3 cup of flour.
So we need.
Okay, so the half cup needs, you need to pull the 1/3 cup out instead of half cup. Sorry, I misread it.
Need 3.
1/3. 1/3 is a third.
So
This is like a math lesson.
Where do we put the power after? In there or in there?
Okay, so we are going to put 1 1/3 flour and 1 1/3 warm water into the starter. So we're going to transfer the big, my hand, and we're going to transfer this into a smaller container since we don't need it to be in a big container anymore. So pour as much out as you can and then scrape it out. Ms.Thang, we need 1 1/3 cup. No, you can use the metal measuring. The glass ones with the lip, those are liquid measures. Yep. And then the metal ones are for your solids. Okay, and then grab a knife or something, or use the handle to give you a nice straight. Are you gonna go walk, Pepper? Why do you have his leash? Okay, use the back edge. Hey, Ms.Thang, use the back flat edge of the knife. No, not the handle, the back edge, yes, because it's straight. And then rub it right straight across from edge to edge. Now put it into the, yeah. And now a third. Oh, middleman. Make sure there's no pockets anywhere. Okay. Now close up the flour for right now. Okay.
Now,
1 1/3. So that's only 1 cup. So, no, stop. Fill it up with 1.
Oh, and then a third.
And then a third when you're done. So 1. Make sure it's flat so you get a nice. That's more than a 1.
Yeah, it's not. That's too much. It's good enough. It's always good enough.
All right, now find the third measure. 1/3. That's 3/4. 1/3. There's no 1/3 on that mark. There. It's on that one. 1/3.
Okay, I'm gonna calm it down a bit.
Yep, that's fine. And then Pony, you can wash your hands when she's finished.
yeah, because
It's alright. You're over.
Yeah.
okay, if you
I am too little, but there, no. Yeah, that's enough.
Okay, Pony, wash your hands.
I'll mix.
And yeah, grab the spoon or a whisk. Either one, a whisk or a spoon.
I'll use a small metal whisk. Whiskey.
Fine. Whisk it up so it's good and smooth.
Alright. Then I put this over here.
Yeah.
Enjoyable. You're supposed to tear it.
Okay, now lay it over top and then put the lid upside down on it because it needs to sit loosely for 24 hours. And then we'll put the lid on it and stick it in the fridge for later use. So this is going to be our official starter that we have to feed once a week. Go put it up on the shelf where the big one was. Little man, please don't play with the camera.
big starter.
Hello.
Alright, so we've cleaned up, put things away, gotten
Good thing.
fancy with our aprons.
I'm American/Canadian.
Don't.
Canadian.
Okay, and Pony has one she actually made herself. Woohoo. Okay, so I also had to reposition the camera because Ms.Thang was having issues with the height of the bowl. So maybe Ms.Thang and Pony should switch because I can't see Pony. Okay, fine. First you're going to put 2 cups of flour.
That's not 2 cups.
The big one. I would position the camera differently, but I can't really get it any closer. This is about it.
What would you use back with this thing?
Anything flat's fine.
1. We had to put 3, right?
2.
2. So 1.
Oh, one for me, one for me. I want one.
You can do the yeast. Pony, let her do the flour. You can do the yeast and the salt.
2. Put the yeast in.
Put the lid. Careful, you make that mess, it's gonna poof everywhere. Come on.
I'm okay.
Okay, push it out of the way. Now you need to put the yeast
And salt.
and the salt. 1 packet of yeast and 1 tea. Please stop with the stool. That's really loud.
Sorry.
A whole pack of yeast
Open it over it though. So if you spill it.
and then 1 teaspoon of salt.
Stop doing that.
There are scissors in the drawer.
So now we have to add a certain amount of water. So first, I get up here and wiggle all around.
No.
Say hello to our fishy. Hello, fishy.
Sorry, little man was letting the dog out.
Now we have to have.
Okay, so now it says you're going to put the slowly beat in. So we have a mixer. You need to make sure it's set to off. Make sure it's set on off. And then plug it in. That's a safety thing. You don't want to have it on when you go and plug it in. Okay, now stop. You're going to want to add, if you put electric mixer in a dry thing, it's just going to poop everywhere, okay?
We need to add water.
So we need to add 1 cup of very hot, warm water.
So very
Okay, no, not hot, just very warm. So let this run until it gets very warm. Now listen. It says to gradually mix in the starter and warm water. So you're going to put a little bit of starter and a little bit of water and then mix. And then put a little bit of starter and a little bit of water and mix until you have everything.
How much water?
1 cup. Okay, now let Pony mix with the spoon. Okay, get all the edges. There's powder along the edges.
I can do this all I want.
All over the floor.
We added some of this and it became more doughy.
Right. So we took a break so I could show them how to really get into the dough to mix it. So we want a soft dough. So we're going to add just little bits of flour.
Kneading time.
Yes, so it's all doughy. It's not sticking to the side of the bowl anymore. So they've floured the surface and they're going to knead it just a few times each because you can't over mix.
Yeah. That's sticky.
Yeah, if it's sticky, just put some more flour on it. Okay, fold it in half. Get the long, yeah.
I put some on my hands.
You might need more. It looks like you need more flour.
Spoonful.
You can't really overdo the flour because it will not mix once it's. Don't pull it apart. That wrecks the dough. You're trying to get the structure of the dough to be the right consistency. You pull it apart, that's going against what you're trying to do. Okay, let Miss Pony here. Okay, grab a handful of flour and then move out of the way. Come over to the sink. Or yeah, that's fine, right there. Just scrub your hands with the flour.
Whoa.
And then once that's not working anymore, come to the sink and wash your hands.
It's on.
And knock all the dishes over.
Good, found a sticky spot. Sprinkle some.
Okay, you can over knead, okay? So get it, don't overdo it. That's not kneading, you're just stretching.
Nick, take your dough.
Once you get your hands washed, grab another bowl about the same size as this one.
Or almost.
Or as close to. I mean, if it's bigger, it's fine. Just don't. Okay, put it over here. Now grab the oil.
Okay.
So now we're going to add the oil.
A little bit.
The oil has been added. Time to add the dough.
Okay, that's enough. It's all covered in oil, right?
Right. Now
So
we add
Pony,
flour.
no. Pony,
Yeah.
since your hands are dry and not dirty anymore since you washed them, can you please grab some saran that is big enough to cover that bowl?
That's going to be our dough.
That is the dough. Now what we have to do is we're going to cover it with a saran and we're going to put it in the cabinet or the pantry. We're going to let it rise for about an hour. Okay, you need to do all of them, please.
You can attach more.
Yes, that'll be fine.
Here.
Okay, well, out of the way so Ms.Thang can get her piece on. On the other side,
Other side.
turn the bowl as long as it's all covered. And it just needs to be covered loosely. So.
We are back.
Okay, so first thing is going to spray the cookie sheet.
Over the sink.
Yes. Or just like that is fine. Careful not to get too much overspray.
Yeah, close your eyes.
Okay, now get a piece of paper towel and rub that everywhere so it's all over, not just in one spot.
Here.
Oh, she can do it. Okay, that's enough.
That's enough.
It doesn't have to be rubbed in, just spread out. Okay, throw it away.
So now we'll sprinkle some of
Then we're
this.
going to sprinkle some cornmeal.
That much?
Yeah, just lightly sprinkle it over. Yeah, your sprinkling needs work. Don't put, no, you're not, with the oil down, you're not going to be able to spread it. So make sure that, okay, don't put too much down, okay?
That one tastes like cornmeal bread.
Are you sure that's upside down, honey? Okay, we don't need that anymore, so
Now,
move it out of the way.
We'll do this to get all the air out.
Okay, now you're going to take the plastic off and throw it out.
Whoa.
And now you're going to take your fist and push it down into the middle. Okay. Now move the pan out of the way.
It is so oily.
Do we take it out?
Now you're going to put flour down on the
Oh, yeah.
counter. It would work better if you just get a
Missing.
Okay. Now take half the dough out.
Oh, listen.
And
Put it on the flour. Now put more flour where the bowl is, and you can each have your own lump.
Okay.
Wait.
Put more flour down. Spread it around. Now take this out and put it on
Do we
that.
need it?
No. Do not need it. I don't think it'll ruin it or
Whoa, she
anything.
has so much!
Well, to give Ms.Thang a little bit more. Okay, directions say, place dough, no. Roll the halves out so that they are 12 by 9. So you may not have a lot of room. So we're going to roll this out to about 12 inches long and about 9 inches wide. And then we are going to roll it up into like a cylinder and then put it on the cookie sheet. Yeah. That would be good enough. It's a little flat in some spots, but that's okay.
Okay, now I gotta roll.
Now, yep, just roll it up like a cinnamon buns rolled up.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so the ends need to be tapered. So you're going to pinch the end and roll them like a little snake back and forth. No, that's not tapering.
Like this.
Tapering is when it goes like this. So you want it this way. And then you're just going to take that end and just kind of
Twist.
taper it down in a roll. Well, you should probably roll it the same way, sorry. And you're going to do that to that side too.
Just that side.
I think it's fine.
And Pony will do hers in just a second. Okay. You have to pinch the edges shut, but because you have so much powder on there, it's not going to pinch. So if you get some water and just dampen it, it should hold it.
Okay.
But having my hands on them.
Okay, Miss Pony. I know I keep saying Miss. Don't leave the powder there so she can use it. Yes, I know we're using hands, but this is just for our family. So. Okay, that's plenty.
Sorry.
Okay, put your dough on it and roll it out to about 12 by 9, like what Ms.Thang did. Once you get it sealed, we put it onto the cookie sheet over there with the sealed down. Okay, now bring the cookie sheet over here. Okay, now you're going to get a piece of saran or plastic wrap. Now it says to spray the plastic wrap, but that will be hard. So Ms.Thang, why don't you grab the spray and just lightly spray the tops of both the loaves.
Because it wouldn't taste really good with it.
No, it's so it doesn't stick.
That's a lot.
Yeah, because you're super close, that's why. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we need extra practice with plastic wrap. So we're going to cover it loosely with plastic wrap, lightly sprayed with cooking spray, and let it rise for about 45 minutes. And then we're going to come back to it and bake it. So we have our starter sitting here, and after 12 hours we'll put it back up. Or 24 hours, sorry.
24 hours.
24 hours we'll put it into the fridge. So I wrote on there feeding and eat the yeast. He's been named, I guess. And on the other side is how to replenish it, just in case we lose the recipe. So that's our starter, and we're going to go check on our bread.
We're back. I'm spanking my bread.
Okay, so all we gotta do, please stop. All you gotta do is take the plastic off.
I'll take it off my hand.
That's really easy.
Put it to the side. You're gonna take the knife and carefully, you do yours, she'll do hers, okay? So you're gonna carefully cut at a diagonal, not straight across. Diagonal. That's not a diagonal.
Do I do this one?
So every 2 inches you're going to put a small cut. I didn't cut it, I just marked it. You need to cut it. So we're putting little cuts
You could.
into the bread. And then we're going to bake it.
Oh, rain.
Don't cut my pan. 2 inches. That's like ½ an inch further apart. So we're cutting them as best we can. It's a little bit on the sticky side and the knife's not really cutting it. And then we're going to let our oven heat up. It still has a few minutes for heating up. No. So once our oven is completely heated up, we're going to put it in for about 30 minutes. We're going to check it, and if they're ready, we'll take them out and they'll be done, and then we can have a test bite.
Yee! Bee spider out.
Yeah. Okay.
Time to cut.
Alright, so we believe the sourdough is finished. We are going to get a spatula out of the drawer.
We get green.
Okay, now put the pan on the stove.
The pan on the stove.
She needs the mitt.
Take it. We'll be back right next to my beautiful.
Okay, now, Pony, you move yours to the cooling rack.
Yours bread to the cooling rack.
You will need a mitt and the spatula because you're not going to be able to lift the whole thing with
And
this
I'll
one
get
mitt.
mine to the
That's fine.
You need two.
No, she needs to use her hand so that has a mitt. Alright, now Ms.Thang will do the same thing with hers.
Oh! You smacked me in the face. The face.
Move out of the way.
Sorry. Feelings.
Careful, you don't drop it. Okay, so now we have to let them cool.
They smell delicious.
That's because they're sourdough.
Okay, we're going to let them
We
cool
eat
for a few minutes and then we'll test them. Okay, so it's cooled down a bit. And we're going to cut.
I'm going to cut it right here and I get that
You know,
whole
we have bread knives.
This one.
Nice.
That's not which one? Each one of these.
Okay, first off you need a cutting board. Okay,
I'm going to cut it at each line.
it doesn't matter. The lines were not meant. Saw it. Don't just push it down. Big saw.
I'm going to cut
Okay.
2 more pieces off.
Why? For now, just you two since you made it. Push. Okay, generally people hold a big part of the bread and cut. Anyway. Okay, just pull it off. Take the knife out and just pull it off. Little man is upset, so hurry up. Okay, now switch the loaves. I thought you were going to cut your own loaf.
Smells good if I can't take a bite until she's ready. It looks like a piece of meat.
Okay, so it looks pretty good. It has nice texture to it, nothing really big and
The outside's hard and looks delicious.
Yep.
It's hot and moist on the inside.
well, still warm because it's still cooling off.
I want to take my piece now.
Well, just wait for her to finish cutting.
Doesn't smell very sour though. It smells like classic French bread. French bread? Yum. Smell.
Okay, you got it?
Yep, it is better.
Yep. Just putting those on my piece.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Those are punchy.
Listen to that crunch.
Yeah.
It's not really sourdoughy tasting,
It's still good though.
Sourdough.
but it does taste pretty good.
Sourdough doesn't actually taste sour.
I want a bigger piece.
But
Like, subscribe, see you on next time. Bye.